Hello friends, today we will discuss about MANOVA. Myself Anushra Soni, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering. First we will abbreviate ANOVA, that is Analysis of Variance. And MANOVA is Multivariate Analysis of Variance. Basically ANOVA is Univariate Analysis and MANOVA is Multivariate Analysis. In Univariate Analysis, only one variable analyzed at a time, but in multivariate analysis more than two variables are analyzed at a time. In analysis of variance, that is ANOVA, we just establish a relationship between one dependent variable and two or more independent variables, but their dependent variable is only one. But in MANOVA we have two or more than two dependent variables. So let's see what MANOVA is. MANOVA is used to test the significance of effects of one or more independent variables on two or more dependent variables. When there is more than one dependent variable, it is inappropriate to do a series of univariate tests. When dependent variable are more than two, then we will go for multivariate test. Multivariate analysis of variance, that is MANOVA, is an extension of analysis of variance, that means ANOVA, used with two or more dependent variables. An extension of univariate ANOVA procedures to situations in which there are two or more related dependent variables. Here is the line two or more related dependent variables. That means the two dependent variables are related to each other. The MANOVA procedure identifies whether different levels of independent variables have a significant effect on a linear combination of each of the dependent variables. There are interactions between the independent variables and a linear combination of the dependent variables. There are significant univariate effects for each of the dependent variables separately. We have different levels for which independent variables affect in some manner to the combination of dependent variables, and in MANOVA the two dependent variables are related to each other in the form of linearity. We have two variables, dependent variables and independent variables. The number of independent variables is 1 and the number of dependent variables must be at least 2 or more than 2. Interval or ratio measurement scale. The dependent variables category should be interval or ratio. It may be correlated. It should have multivariate normality, homogeneity of variances. These are the characteristics of dependent variables. Now we can see independent variables are nominal measurement scale. The category of independent variables should be nominal. Each independent variable should be independent of each other. That means independent variables should not have any relation between them, but dependent variables should be related to each other in the form of linearity. Here are the assumptions of MANOVA. Sample size. Rule of thumb, we can use rule of thumb also, that is the n in each cell, that is the number of observations in each cell should be greater than the number of dependent variables. Larger samples make the procedure more robust to violation of assumptions, so we have samples of small sizes. Normality. Basically, normality refers to the distribution of the data for a particular variable. It can be measured in the form of skewness, kurtosis or shape. It is basically the normal distribution, normal probability distribution. MANOVA significant tests assume multivariate normality. However, when the cell size should be greater than or equal to 20 to 30, the procedure is robust, violating this assumption. Check univariate normality via histograms, normal probability plots, skewness, kurtosis, etc. Linear relationships. There should be linear relationship among all pairs of the dependent variables. It can be assessed via scatter plot or bivariate analysis. Homogeneity of regression. Covariates must have a homogeneity of regression effect. It must have equal effects on the dependent variable across the group, that is covariates have equal effects on the dependent variables. Homogeneity of F covariance matrix, the F test. We have already discussed about the F test in the earlier video. The F test from the box M statistics should be interpreted cautiously because it is a highly sensitive test of the violation of the multivariate normality assumption, particularly with large sample sizes. MANOVA is fairly robust to this assumption. Multicollinearity and singularity. MANOVA works best when the dependent variables are all moderately correlated. When correlations are low, consider running separate ANOVAs. If correlations are low, then we will go for the separate ANOVAs. And if correlations are moderately correlated or dependent variables are moderately correlated, then we will go for the MANOVA. When there are strongly multicollinearity, there are redundant DVs which decrease statistical efficiency. Outliers are the attributes that are not under the model or that are far beyond from the model. MANOVA is sensitive to the effect of outliers, the impact on the type 1 error rate. MANOVA can tolerate a few outliers, particularly if their scores are not too extreme and there is a reasonable n. But if there are too many outliers or very extreme scores, consider deleting these cases or transforming the variables involved. Here are the 6 stages in which manner we can proceed for the MANOVA problem. Stage 1 is research problem. That is, we have to specify the type of research problem, that which type of research problem we are going. That is univariate, multivariate. Here only multivariate are, so multivariate, univariate, or structured univariate, interstitial multivariate. In which research problem we are going, or selection of dependent variables. Then we will proceed to the stage 2. In stage 2 we will check the research design issues, that is, we will assign the independent variables or use of covariates. If independent variables are 1, then we will go for simple MANOVA. If independent variables are 2 or more than 2, then we will go for two-way MANOVA or three-way MANOVA. Here before proceeding to the stage 4, we have to check the assumptions. What are the assumptions? Are independence, homogeneity of variance or covariance matrices, normality or linear relationship between the dependent variables. If all these 4 assumptions are followed, then we will proceed to the stage 4. What stage 4 is? Estimating the significance of group differences. We have to calculate the group differences. In stage 5, we have to interpret the effects of variables by evaluating covariates or assessing the impact of independent variable. In step 6, we have to validate the result. Here is the last step and we have to validate the result. These 6 stages are followed when we solve a problem. What are the advantages of ANOVA? It tests the effects of several independent variables and several outcome variables with a single analysis. If we will go for univariate analysis, then we have to make a single ANOVA for one dependent variable and then again ANOVA for other dependent variable. But here we can access all the dependent variables in the single analysis. It has a power of convergence. What was that? No single operationally defined dependent variable is likely to capture perfectly the conceptual variable of interest. Here all the 2 variables are captured equally. There is no perfectly captured variable. Independent variables of stress are likely to affect the number of different conceptual variables. For example, an organization's non-smoking policy will affect satisfaction, production, absenteeism, health insurance claims, etc. It can provide a more powerful test of significance than available when using univariate test. It reduces error rate also. It provides interpretive advantages over a series of univariate ANOVAs. Since only one dependent variable is tested, the researcher is protected against inflating the type 1 error. What are the disadvantages? Discriminant functions are not always easy to interpret. They are designed to separate groups, not to make conceptual sense. In MANOVA, each effect evaluated for significance uses different discriminant functions. Like discriminant analysis, the assumptions on which it is based are numerous and difficult to assess and meet. Here, if we take two variables or more than two variables, then they should have linear relationship. If the dependent variable does not have linear relationship, then we will not go for MANOVA. It is a side effect of MANOVA. What are the limitations? The number of people in the smallest cell should be greater than the total number of dependent variables. This is the limitation of MANOVA. It can be very sensitive to outliers for small n and is the total number of observation in all the groups. It assumes linear relationship between the dependent variable. If there is no linear relationship between the dependent variables, then we will not follow the MANOVA. MANOVA won't give you the interaction effects between the main effect and the repeated factor. In two-way ANOVA, we have seen the interaction effect, but in MANOVA, we did not see any interaction effect. Thank you.